unfortunately, a quarter is not worth much anything anymore, and arcades have just died. And so the arcades you're seeing out there are really about ticket redemption, or kind of this bulk vending thing where you're getting these little plastic tchotchke crap toys. And it kind of feels like taking advantage of kids, or not just kids, but young adults. And I'm not into that. So the future of arcades has gone in a direction I don't like. So I'm trying to keep the past of arcades alive, really,
Right.
and be like, hey man, this is for fun. This is a good place to just hang out and have like an icebreaker, take out a date, or do something other than, just a commodity of what can we win and what can we, like fun competition, healthy competition, but also just a place to just be yourself, just be inclusive and just everybody's welcome, My name is Joshua Docherty. I'm the owner of LevelUp Arcade, and I'm the guy that created this place, and I work on games every day and, try to restore old games and bring them to people to play. I was a computer guy my whole career. I worked for Apple Computers, and I was the IT support manager at the law school at the university for a long time. And I just started fixing old games for fun, and before long it became a whole thing. I had some investors approach me, and we created this whole thing, and now it's been almost 12 years. I find games all over the place. We travel all up and down the West Coast. It could be at an auction, it could be, and of course the new games we're always in on, but I might get something out of somebody's house that hasn't worked for years. And, I get that and I rescue it, and my process is, having it here, taking it apart, and really going through it and making it, restoring it to what it was. And that like I said, is fun, but it's time consuming. And sometimes, you can't just go to the store and buy parts for Pac-Man, so you have to kind of make your own parts. So you really have to think about it. But when you get it out there for people, it's so satisfying, it's so fun. It's like a piece of history. A lot of it is growing up, in the 80s. It was great. It was a social interaction, and it was a safe, fun thing to do, rather than just be on your phone all day or be behind your computer. It was, even though I'm a tech guy by my career, we're always looking for these authentic experiences to get out there and interact with people. And it's a nice icebreaker for that. And I love that aspect of it. I've got kids now that are teenagers, and I have to look at it differently. The games I grew up with, like Joust or Moon Patrol or the original Mario Brothers, those were fun for me, but when we created this place, I needed to make sure that also people that grew up in the 90s or even the 2000s, that these games were fun for them. So we've got some big newer games. We've got a lot of pinball, and that's really what people are into these days, is the newer, more exciting games like Jurassic Park, or even like the new versions of Pac-Man where you get to play against people instead of by yourself. Like it's a good way to interact and hang out and spend time with people. I think that people these days are hungry for something other than just, especially after COVID, where everyone was cooped up for a couple years and didn't get that social interaction. My theory, and what has worked for me, is this is an area where people can come out in a safe and happy environment and have something to do. Bars can be really awkward or weird. You're out at a bar, people are drinking, getting drunk, being stupid. This is like, hey, I've got an excuse. Maybe I'm going to play a game of pool, or maybe I'm just going to play a game of Pac-Man or something. But I have a reason to be there. And it's not just about getting drunk or kind of acting the fool. It's about just being yourself, and you have a venue to do that. And that's what I think is the sweet spot. And I wish more people were doing that.